guys, back for another video. Been a little bit off and on, but we're at Blackmore Ranch today for the 2024 Kawasaki KLX 300 intro. These bikes are so fun. They're like the perfect like backup bike, spare bike, just something to teach your friends on and ride around on. You can have an absolute blast on these things. Come along for the action and we're gonna have some fun today. All right, don't tell anyone. We'll keep it our little secret here, but pretty sure I broke my finger over the weekend. This thing is all bruised and swollen. Got it taped up, but we're gonna try to fit it in a glove today. There's work to be done, so we gotta ride and give it our best shot. All right, here's a look at the Supermoto version, the SM. So you're gonna have Supermoto wheels and tires, lowered suspension, bigger caliper and disc on the front. Obviously no dirt riding for this bike. This is gonna be a street, pretty much street only. Super cool. You got the blue and the gray, a sleek, nice look for ripping around town and having fun on the streets. And then obviously this is the KLX version. So you have the all green, kind of looks like the Kawi 450 and the 250F. Cool look, big dash on the front. Waiting to see what's new on these bikes with our press introduction and the informational meeting that we're gonna have in a bit. And then we'll update you guys with kind of what's new on the bike, but overall they look really cool and excited to ride it. All right, we're up here at the Wildemar OHV area. We rode in here from Murrieta, so up the hill. Cool little campground. I've actually never been here before. I'm told there's like a couple fun loops. All right, gonna test out a little fire road loopy trail action. What I'm really impressed about is the bike suspension. While it looks like it would be really soft and squishy and have no hold up, kind of like, I haven't ridden one of these bikes in a few years, but even on the way up here, we were jumping it and it has a really good hold up. I thought it was gonna be real clunky and smash into the ground after being in the air, but it's really fun and smooth, has good hold up. It doesn't feel, I mean, obviously it's a big play bike, but it doesn't feel too much like a giant play bike, if that makes sense. So really impressed with that so far. Oh, the finger is not happy about the choices we're making today. You get a fuel injected engine, so the power is actually pretty good and like responsive. It doesn't lag like you would expect. Like I said, you get front and rear disc brakes too, so the brakes are pretty solid. There's no ABS, so you can actually slide it and kind of drag the brake a little bit. For this kind of stuff that we're doing right now, it's so fun. Where maybe, you know, like a 450 or a 250F motocross bike or XC bike would almost be overkill. This stuff is just so fun. You can literally just leave it in like second gear and it just has enough torque to carry you up anything. But then up on top, from the mid to top range, it actually has a little bit of grunt. It'll carry you. We were rolling around 60 miles an hour on the way in here, so not too bad as far as overall power goes. Little fun. Oh look, now we've caught back up to the group. All right, little fun dirt road descent here. The KLX is such a fun play bike, you know, it's like a full-size pit bike. Look at that, no ABS. Slide the rear a bit. Perfect for this kind of like, oh yeah, dust me out, brother. Perfect for this like dirt road cruising, back roads, a little bit of trail riding. Maybe not some aggressive trail riding, no hard enduro stuff, but like this fire roady stuff, little jumps. I know we've done a test between the CRF 300 and the KLX 300, and the KLX beats the Honda in terms of suspension. And this engine now is really good with the fuel injection, comfortable styling. I can really grip with my knees here. So as you can see, I can really fit my knees into the shroud area. Makes it really comfortable to sit down and ride on. Go big berm, It's also just so quiet. I mean, listen to this thing. You can barely even hear it when it's on. I bet if you put a pipe on this thing, you'd really open it up in terms of sound and performance. I think that small rear exhaust system kind of holds it back, but the type of rider who rides this bike or is going to buy this bike, I don't think is going to be held up by the performance of the bike. And even for a good rider, I mean, I'll include myself in that mix, you can still have fun pushing this bike to the limits. I mean, you have to know it's not a performance motocross bike. It's a fun, pretty much adult-sized play bike, a really good bike to learn how to ride on, improve your skills, and just have fun. That's really what the KLX is all about. All right, so here's our ride for the day, the new KLX 300. Starting off up front, you can see a new styling, new front fender, new graphics, new plastic design. I really think this bike looks cool. And we've tested these before, and before it just didn't look as good as it does now. So now it actually looks sporty. It looks cool. You're gonna get new ergos, new shroud design. Your leg really fits good in that little wedge right there. Moving on to the cockpit, you can see you got the little bag back here, a little toe strap or pull strap if you need it. Digital dash, a few things I'd like to have on there, like a gear indicator or a gas gauge. But overall, super comfortable bike to ride. An entry-level, fun bike that's gonna get the job done without really breaking the bank. Another cool feature is you're gonna get front and rear discs. I know some of these bikes come with like a drum brake in the rear, so really nice to have that kind of performance in the front and rear. They actually work really good for our ride earlier today. So we just finished up riding the dirt version, the KLX, and now we're gonna jump on to the Supermoto version over there. All right, so now we're on the Supermoto version, which is gonna cut down about 1 inch of suspension travel, but you do get a bigger disc in the front, bigger disc in the rear. So overall, good Supermoto setup. You get stiffer suspension as well. I've never ridden a Supermoto bike though, so let's go have some fun on this thing. How cool is this? We're literally riding around and the pavement ended. So we got the Supermoto tires on this gravel road. Almost should have brought the regular version out here, but this bike is so fun. You can lean it over so much and let these tires really bite. And the smaller rear sprocket gives it more on the top end, so you get a lot longer of a range of high speed. So it feels a little faster, but it's obviously just that gearing change. All right, so that's my buddy Evan Allen from Motorcyclist doing some crazy stuff and showing off his skills. But yeah, we rode out behind Deleuze Canyon, kind of behind Murrieta Temecula area. Awesome views, really fun riding, especially for this bike where the power isn't enough to where it's not gonna get out from underneath you and you're not really gonna get in trouble. I mean, honestly, we were probably doing the speed limit the whole time. I sped this area up just to show you guys some of the fun twisty stuff and just kind of give you a behind the scenes look at a press intro and kind of what we do. But overall, the KLX 300 is a super fun bike to ride. I enjoy that upright riding position because it feels like a dirt bike, which I'm obviously comfortable with. And like I said, having the street tires, the street brakes gives you some extra confidence when you're riding this stuff. And that, mellow power character makes it feel like it's not too intimidating, like it's gonna get out from underneath you. So thanks guys for watching. Check out the Cycle News channel to see my full first ride review, and we'll see you guys next time out on the track or maybe the streets.